Hello, everybody. It's Julia here. And by here, I mean I am in my new apartment. This is like a load, a huge load off my back. Um, this whole experience of being homeless and finally, it's been about a year since I lost the old apartment, which I think one, two, one, about 5 blocks away from where I am now. You know, is go from there to a friend's house, to another friend's house. I went to Horsham. I was up in Allentown. Well, actually, Bethlehem, but just outside of Allentown. And then down to South Philly. And then I ended up homeless. And then I ended up, in a shelter in Philly. And then I ended up on the street for one night. And ended up here in Pottstown again. Which was the best thing that ever happened to me. Seriously. Because I met the nicest, the best, the most helpful, the most unjudgmental people in the whole entire world. This community is one that I really do give a lot of credit to turning my life around. And it also helps that I have such a best friend in Kim. If you don't know, Kim and I were actually married for 3.5 years. We both realized that really was a mistake, and we should have stayed just friends. But things got complicated for a while, and we jumped into marriage that probably shouldn't have happened. Religiously we don't agree on things, and we didn't agree on a lot of things that we should have gone through, and frankly we didn't think it through. But we became best friends afterwards. Mostly my doing, because I was the one who initiated becoming friends again, and frankly, I'm really happy that, I have her in my life, because she was the one who, kicked me in, basically kicked me in my ass, not literally, but, made me take a look at my life. Made me take a look at where I was, how I got there. And, it was a matter of having somebody else. See, I had lost my family already. But family, blood family, you don't work to get. You're born into it. So as much as it hurts that I lost my blood family, if you lose your family, you don't it didn't have the same sting as when my best friend said, I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want to be friends with you if you're going to act like this anymore. And see, I earned that friendship. And that's what killed me. And the fact that she said that made me step back and go, wow, how did I get here? What am I doing to make my best friend talk to me like that? So you know, because of her, I'm able to be where I am right now. And able to, be on the path I'm on. As much as this is all my doing, she was the catalyst. And without her saying what she said, I would have stayed on the same path. I would have been quite happy where I was. And I would have kept moving along, losing friends, and, generally going in the wrong direction. As one of my other friends said, that I've been moving, I've been getting worse and worse and worse mentally, ever since, she met me. And that was like 3 years ago. And I'm finally taking the positive steps to improve my life. And it's something that I'm very happy about. And I'm glad to have the friends I have. Up here, at one of the churches that we stayed at, and in the shelter, one of the churches, we stayed in a couple of the UCC churches, and they're very accepting. Most of them are, and they're very active within the homeless ministries. And this atheist became really close friends with the Pastor Linda, at Zion's UCC church, where we stayed. It was the second month. And our friendship really started when I was sick one night. Really sick. I was dealing with a cold that just slapped me on side the head, and I was not digging it. And it was a choice between somebody else and me. And she was looking around, she was just thinking about it. So she turned to the other lady and said, "Do I take you or the sick one back to her place for the night?" And so she took me. We got talking, and friendship started. And right now, I don't think I would be as far along as I am now without her. As much as Kim was my catalyst to start improving myself, Pastor Linda made it happen. Pastor Linda made it able to happen. She got me to a point where if I needed the refuge, I could spend a few nights over at her place. If I needed something, all I needed to do was ask. While Pastor Cork, who is the pastor in charge of the actual homeless shelter, helped me immensely to get back into school. She's helped me get my life back. Linda's helped me get my life back. And it's something that, I just would never be, I wouldn't be where I am now without her. I made the contact to find this apartment, which, I'm going to post another video, later on of me, going around, showing you the place, because, showing pictures isn't going to do it justice because it's such a small place. But it's nice. It's pretty nice for as small as it is. But no matter what, it's because of her. She's been able to help me out a teeny bit financially here and there, and has been able to help me out, drive me to places. You know, there's so much stuff that she actually has given up. She's given up her time, and she looked through her pantry today and was like, I don't use this. I have loads of beans. Do you use beans? Here, have them. Here's a box of mac and cheese. There you go. And I was like, seriously? Because I had a couple of grocery bags left from what I was, packing up. And she was like, I was like, these are some extra bags. Are you going to use them? And she's like, no, they're not extra bags. And she goes into her pantry. And I'm like, seriously? This lady does not ask for anything back. But at the same time, last weekend, I did take care of her for a while. She got sick. Pretty dang sick. Pretty bad cold for a while. And so I cooked for her 2 nights. And I made sure she stayed sitting down. Because she'll keep moving if she doesn't. And I made sure she did what she needed to do. To make sure she felt better. So I made her matzo ball soup from scratch, except that, I got the matzo ball mix, which is the way my mom used to make it. Always got the mix, but didn't get the mix that comes with the soup mix. Always made the soup from scratch. So I did the same thing. I made the soup from scratch, and it turned out wonderful. But the next night, I had a craving to make a lasagna. So I made a lasagna. Meat lasagna. I posted a picture on Facebook. Oh my god. That was just so good. And, I think that's one of my best recipes right there. But no matter what, I took care of her. And it was my way of paying her back. She doesn't ask for much in return. Anything at all. She's like, if you need anything, just ask. I mean, she's offered me so much stuff. And I'm just like, she's like, I have extras. I don't need it. And I'm just like, okay. You need it more than I do. So, yeah. So I'm so happy I found her as a friend. And I'm going to do something that we did. I was going to go to the dollar store and pick up a couple of glasses, a couple of wine glasses. And she was like, why are you going there? I just ask. I have some wine glasses. Doesn't matter. We don't need like 10 of them. Why are we ever going to have that many people over? You can have 2 of them. It's like, seriously? Yeah, I don't care. So, I had gotten into the apartment earlier in the day before we ended up bringing all the stuff here. So I had a chance, before I came here earlier, to go to the state store and get some champagne to toast. And this is some good stuff. And if I didn't have to go to school early tomorrow morning, I would be piss-ass drunk right now. Because this is some really, really, really good stuff. Yeah, it's only... Oh, wow. Ooh, that surprises me. A Spumante with 9% alcohol. Hey. But, anyway, this is one of the cheapest ones they had there. And, but... what I did is when she was like, okay, I'm about to leave, I gotta go home and relax. I was like, hold up. So I went into the fridge and I was like, yeah, it's cold already. And pulled it out, and decided to toast. Toasted the new place, toasted friendship, and that's what I'm going to do now. Frankly, I'm going to toast myself, this place, my friendships, and all of you. This past year has been hell. Been hell. But been a lot of growth. Been a lot of, positives in the last couple of months. And gotten to a place, an apartment. But that's only the physical side of it. I've gotten to a place up here where I haven't been in a long while. And it's not just the people who are close physically to me, it's all of you. You all have been wonderful. Encouragement. And, as much as you don't think so, every single comment I get makes it just a little bit easier for me to face the next day and, get to where I am now. So, to the new place, to everything else, to everybody else, all my friends, including everybody out in YouTube land and Facebook and everything, cheers. I'll talk to you later.